When I agreed to spend the summer living with my girlfriend Kelsey and her family, I expected it to be simple, maybe even a little boring. I had just wrapped up my junior year of college and landed an internship near her hometown. Kelsey's Aunt Valerie owned a large house and had kindly offered me the guest room for a few months. Kelsey told me not to worry. Valerie was easygoing and rarely home during the day. It all sounded perfect. The first time I met Aunt Valerie, I honestly thought she was Kelsey's older sister. She was tall, graceful, and carried herself with a quiet confidence that made people take notice without her even trying. She had a natural elegance, dark brown hair pinned up loosely, soft hazel eyes that studied you a moment too long, and a laugh that echoed like music through the hallway. Valerie hugged me when we met, held eye contact just a bit longer than most people do, and smiled like she was reading a secret right off my face. The living situation started off smoothly. Kelsey split her time between my room and her small apartment nearby, where she stayed on weekdays for work. That meant I often had the house to myself on weekdays, except on weekends when Valerie returned from business trips or errands. Sometimes we shared a quiet cup of coffee in the morning. Her robe was usually loosely tied, her tone light and teasing. She flirted in a way that felt harmless, but every now and then, I wondered if there was something more behind it. Then one Saturday morning changed everything. Kelsey had left early to meet a friend, and I took the opportunity to sleep in. Around 10, I finally dragged myself into the bathroom for a hot shower. The water was soothing. I closed my eyes as steam filled the room, completely relaxed, until I heard the bathroom door click open. I froze. Maybe it was Kelsey coming back. "Babe," I called out. A voice answered, but it wasn't hers. "Not quite," Valerie said, her voice warm and casual like she'd just walked into the kitchen. I nearly slipped. "Valerie, I thought you were out." "Came back early," she replied, amused. "Didn't mean to catch you mid-shower." There was a pause. I expected her to back away and give me privacy, but instead, I heard the soft pat of her feet on the tile as she stepped closer. Through the fogged glass, I saw her silhouette standing just outside the shower door. "Relax," she said gently. "I just came to grab something from the cabinet." I stood perfectly still as she reached up into the shelf above the sink. There was the quiet sound of a bottle being picked up, but then her shadow didn't move. "I used to love this shower when I was your age," she said, her voice soft and a little nostalgic. "It always felt like the one place in the house where you could really think." I swallowed hard. "Yeah, it's peaceful." She lingered a second longer before speaking again. "You're a sweet guy, you know. And handsome too." Kelsey did well. "Thank you." I managed, unsure of what else to say. Then she finally stepped away, leaving behind a strange mix of nerves and something deeper I couldn't quite name. By the time I got out of the shower, she was gone, as if none of it had ever happened. But something had changed. Over the next few days, Valerie started showing up more often. She made breakfast and always found a reason to touch my hand when handing me coffee. Her compliments grew bolder, her glances more direct. And I won't lie, it stirred a confusion in me I didn't know how to handle. One afternoon, Kelsey was working late, and I was fixing a hallway light. Valerie walked by in a sleeveless dress and paused next to me. "You're good with your hands," she said, a playful smirk tugging at her lips. "I like that in a man." I looked up, and our eyes locked. She didn't look away. There was a moment, silent, electric. "I should go finish dinner," she whispered. That night, dinner was quiet. The air between us was thick with unspoken things. Neither of us brought up the shower incident, or the way her hand had brushed across my back as she left the bathroom. But we both felt it, that invisible line we danced around but never crossed. I never cheated on Kelsey. But I'll never forget how her aunt made me feel, seen, desired, like a puzzle she was waiting to solve. And maybe that's what made it so powerful. It wasn't about what happened in the shower. It was about what didn't happen but easily could have. That summer taught me that attraction can show up in the most unexpected places. It doesn't always lead to action, but it leaves a mark just the same. And to this day, whenever I hear the soft creak of a door during a quiet shower, my heart still skips. Just a little.